When the night ghosts had started to become an afterthought to the settlers of Cape Dulcet, a new danger emerged. They called themselves the Rambling Nobles. Though they seemed peaceful, the town council of Cape Dulcet decreed that the wall construction should be expedited immediately. The builders worked tirelessly, but they were not equipped well enough to complete the construction work in time, lacking the serious labour required to get the job done. Just when they thought the Rambling Nobles were about to attack, they inexplicably stopped moving and were almost frozen in time. No one could explain why they suddenly paused, but the chance had to be taken to finish the walls. Welcome back everyone to Banished. Okay, I managed to get the grassy road mod that I've been talking about so much. So this is the one I was most interested in, the transparent road, because I can literally drag this in here and it's not going to affect anything. You'll still be able to see that lovely texture underneath. The only thing is we won't be able to build anything on here unless it's a ghost object, which is not an issue at this stage. What I can do with that is I can use it to kind of wrap around buildings and things like that. So that's really cool. I'm quite happy about that. And we've got all our houses, and as you can see, we got a bit of the wall done. We've got a couple of people that have come through. We've got some homeless at the moment, just because I've been kind of tinkering around, like marking to be destroyed and then putting them back in again, and just trying to get things working a little bit better. But still a couple of issues, but we do have some children coming through. I'm just hoping this person finds a home shortly. I mean, we could build another one, but I don't really want to have issues with people living on their own, because that's what will happen eventually. Let's see what happens now. Aha! No longer homeless. There we go. Okay, so what we're going to do, well, we have a few people, so I'm not overly fussed at the moment. I've just got to keep an eye on this a little bit more. But I want to build some apiaries in here, and I'm going to rearrange this area and kind of finish this off. Wow, what's going on there? That was quite a bit of a painful thing going on right there. But we got people, so it's not a problem. As you saw at the beginning as well, we've come across some local residents who are situated at the south of the island. I don't think it's their main kind of base or settlement. I think it's just kind of maybe an exploration sort of area. We don't quite understand what they're saying. They kind of speak in a very deep and slow, thoughtful kind of voice, but it's very hard to kind of latch onto. It is very difficult. So yeah, the local town council said this wall needs to be built above anything else, but some of the builders, you know, I'm not too worried about it. They're more interested in the night ghosts, who obviously are not here as far as we know. So they want to get on with some of the other bits, and especially the architects, they're kind of pushing them, because who wants to build a wall? There's no real beauty in that, of course. So while the council are kind of strategizing, the builders are going to do whatever they wish. Okay, so the first thing we are going to do is remove these two things, and I kind of decided that I'm going to remove this road and put a stone road in. In fact, I'm going to be putting a triple length road in. Oh, excellent. I'm going to stop it about here, because I'm probably going to put the triple wide bridge, because it's like the main way in. The only problem is it won't work through here because we've got this, so it's just to that entrance, but we need the speed. That's the most important thing. So yeah, we got that. I'm going to try out, I was going to try out this thing. Where is it? Here. But it doesn't line up to the edge of the road, so I'm going to go back to the old faithful. The thing that I use the most to kind of build a curb, or a kind of a little garden at the side. Let me show make sure I've lined this up properly. I'm not going to do all of this just yet, but I just want to kind of give you an idea of what I'm thinking. So I'm going to do this on both sides, because this is the main entrance. We want it to look nice. We will use the mud that goes in here. Is it this one? Yeah. I know, there's a double one, isn't there? Or triple. There we go. And then we're going to put some trees and stuff in there. And I was thinking, where's the ghost objects? Here we are. I was thinking of putting one of the lights. Now, I tend to use this one the most. I don't mind which one we use. There's the 3 different ones. I kind of like that because it arcs over the street, but I'm going to put some of these every so often with some benches and just kind of make it look nice along here. So, it's very bumpy here as well, so we might have to flatten the land. Now, there's 2 ways of doing this. I could use the power flatten. If I do that, it will remove all of the trees, but I don't want to lose out on the logs, at least not at this stage. So we will do it this way, and it will tidy up the land for us. And we're going to get some aprons and things in here. How's this school then? Did I put a teacher in it? No. There we go. We can't upgrade that yet, so lots of things to still do. Food is not looking bad. How are we looking for storage? That's not too bad. Okay, it's leveling out a little bit. We've got some smoked fish as well, which is fantastic. Yeah, a lot of stuff has been moved over here. How about this chap? Ah, look, it works. Now we've moved it. Fantastic. Also, you may have noticed there's some different music in the background. In the past I've edited music in, but there is a mod on the workshop that has some different music. I've not got it playing too loud because it can be distracting. I just thought it'd be nice just to shake it up a little bit. Okay, how are we doing? So happiness. We need a graveyard really. 2 labourers. Let's drop this to 2. So 44. Is that adults? Yeah. So we're still short a bit. Firewood is a serious problem. Wait a minute, this can do firewood, can't it? Yes. Okay, so let's increase that. Someone should go in there, right? Yes, no? Anybody? Oh, idiot. Let's try that again. There we are. Maybe that will help. There's plenty of logs around, so the chopper is working, he's just not keeping up. How are we doing over here? Okay, so we got most of the road in here. Guess most people are going to be moving this away. Yeah, there we go. They're sorting the resources out. Fantastic. Right, what else can we plan for? It's the people. That's what I'm most worried about. I'd love to get this up and running, but as in like increase the size of it, but we can't do it right now. How are we doing for? Okay. Just making sure we haven't got anyone living like this. They could have their own home. I'm just interested in what's going on. So I don't want to have the same issues again. This child is almost old enough to have their own home too. And we've got a lot of old people there. We might potentially not need to actually build any more herbs. How are we doing? Got loads. Because we're probably due to have a few people die soon. Oh, one of them's the teacher. Yeah. Depends how long they live for. And that's the issue there. Okay, what I'd like to do is if we remove some of the resources up here, I know this is going to keep them busy, in fact, could speed it up. I do want to put some more houses in, but I don't want to build them up here just yet until I know exactly where things are going. Because we're really close to the river on that side, so we might have to build some over here. Just thinking. Maybe we can chuck another... do some log cabins. Let's put 2 here. Now hopefully the builders will be able to get on with that. I have given them quite a lot to do. Aha, they've done this. So we can go with stone road. I'm not going to go the whole way, because I'm going to have to mess with this later on. Okay, let's just double check. Let's see. Just want to make sure it's completely smooth before we start trying to build any ghost objects on it. There's definitely no trees growing in here now, that's for sure. So we have 44 to 23. It's not too bad, is it, really? Need a few more here. Oh, there we go. Somebody's died. The question is, right, the hunter would have lived over here. Sorry, I've got a little bit of a tickle in my throat. It keeps sounding like I want to laugh. Aha, we have a free house. Ah, somebody else has died. Let's slow it down. A forester. Probably lived over here too. Maybe. You'd have thought so. Now the game will probably reshuffle a little bit. Let's have a look. Yeah, reshuffled and put a 52-year-old single person in there. Wonderful. Just exactly what I wanted. It's about removing the trees and things at the moment. So what we're going to do here, I think a tiny town square. I was going to do a town square here. Because I'm thinking, like, we got this market, but I think it's some different markets and things here. Bit of a town square here with a fountain and some statues opposite the school and houses. This wall, we're probably going to go across the river with it and up. That's in the way, really. It's a bit of a shame. If that wasn't there, we'd have quite a bit more land here to build. I mean, I could flatten it. It just depends. If we come across the river, come down, it depends how much space it leaves for a road. We could do a tunnel. Could do a tunnel. Okay, yeah, there's that. And I need a graveyard up here. That's why I'm clearing those trees. I could mark in some more city walls across here. Okay, we've got one there waiting to be built. So let's just get these ready, because this is really going to help when it comes to deciding what's going where. Now I'm going to leave just south of here. I'm going to leave this area clear. So I'm going to do a little bit of a trading area, but obviously that's not something we're going to get into right away. They're still very suspicious of everyone, including the rambling nobles. It'll be quite interesting what happens there if they ever come out of their paused state. It's a very strange thing. Right, there we go. So that bit's clear. That's not been done yet. So what are we waiting for? There's probably this last tree here. Depends. Maybe that one as well. Come on, somebody chop the tree down, please. I've closed that menu, haven't I? Never mind. I don't need it right now anyway. It's neither here or there. How are we doing over here? Okay. Some old people. So we got one domesticated animal. That's a start. Here we go. There's some seriously bright orange. Let's go with that. I don't think this is quite done yet. It might actually be flat. I think it is, you know. Right, there we are. So, apiaries. Can we build them? Probably after all that, the answer's probably going to be no. I haven't got the right resources. Food. No, we can. Let's see. So I'm guessing we're going to go... Could build it right up against the wall. I think that would actually look quite good. So we'll go with that. Somebody else has died. Probably going to need more than one though. So let's leave a tiny bit of space. How many spaces are in there? 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah. I think that'll work quite nicely. And we need some kind of barn. I don't want to do this one, I don't think. It's too... well, it looks too big. Materials isn't going to be the one. Right, that's... is it 4 wide? Yes. What could we fit in here, if anything? I'm aware that some of these are not the right thing. That's a meat locker. Bank barn. That needs to be in a mountain, doesn't it, I think? No, I don't like that. Distribution barn. See, we got these new lean-tos. I do like that, but it just wouldn't look right out here. But I mean, we could go with... Does that fit in there? It doesn't. I'm just wondering. Because if we had turrets, or anyone shooting from here, it would block the line of sight. I'm not sure. What do you guys think? What should we go with? I mean, I don't know if you know the different names of the barns, but maybe don't even put one in, but they need to remove their resources one way or another. So I think we're going to run a stone path. That's the only entrance in, isn't it? Yeah, so if we... something like this. In fact, let's go to there. Is that about the middle? No, it's not. We won't be able to do a middle. So we could go for a double path. That might look right. Yeah. We could double it up here too. Yep, I quite like that, if I can actually say it. So that means then, what we can do is, we can kind of finish what we were doing here. Now this doesn't need to go off up there. Put that in nicely, there we go, and then we need that and then a single one. Then we can continue. In fact, I'll just put these in first. And then I'll come back later on and put the whatchamacallits. I don't know what they're actually called. I think they're called an edge piece or something like that. Oh, there's a wall in there, isn't there? Oh, that's going to be slightly annoying. I'm going to have to mess around with that now. Probably going to have to remove this to get to the wall inside. Never mind. I'll deal with that later. And then, for the first time in this series, we're going to use a square. I've not used these in here yet. I love these things. Probably not the best of things for game performance, but yeah, they do the job. I'm probably going to have to go all the way along here as well, because it's that tiny bit of like grass that will irritate me. Okay, so we're building some roads. How are we doing for people? Okay, we've not had any more come through just yet, which is not too bad. Okay, we can remove this as well. We could probably put some fishing along here. Let's go with... Not that actually, we don't need food right now, do we? Food isn't a problem. What do we go for? Just thinking, what are we going to need next? We don't need a weavers or anything like that just yet. Creates furniture for building homes. We're going to need... What's it called? We'll need that for the ship and wharf. Or wharf and ship, or whatever way around it's called. Homeware supplier, building supplier. Okay, structure. I can't remember what goes into this now for the life of me. I think glass might be one of them. So we will take this. I was going to put it over here, but I'm thinking some shore houses along here. I think this might fit in quite nicely. Let's have a look. Will it work here? Let's put the shore houses in first. What do they come under? I think it's this one, isn't it? Yeah. Wait, if we're going to need glass, I don't want to have loads of industry just there. Decisions. So I was thinking a bit of a harbour area here. Though we could use this side. Said we'd build some farmland here if possible later on, but we're not at that stage. So I think maybe, can we get 2 of these in? Yes. We'll put them in. I'm pretty sure it's glass. I might be off the mark a little bit. I do like this building though. So we're going to have to move some of this around, but I don't mind having a quarry here and things. So we can probably move that later on. Just trying to think of a good position to put this. I am going to move that quarry. I just wonder. Maybe there. It does seem a bit random, but I will work on it. Now I don't know if I want to leave this clear. It's probably best. Again, we're going to be putting cannons in here when we get to that point, because we can't currently build them. So if I put some of these lovely transparent roads in, what we'll do is stop those pesky trees from growing. Okay, so you to there. So we can do the same here, but we might have to move them a little bit later on. In fact, let's leave that bit there. Okay, have we got any students in here yet? Yes, perfect. I must say, I do like this new music. It's quite nice. Can we get more people dying? There's lumber, okay. We've got an empty house there. Probably got more houses than people at the moment, which is not always good. But we have got some children here coming through at 9, 11. What else have we got? Yeah, 11, so they're students at the moment. Teacher living on their own. So it's not too bad. You're doing a wood. The lumber there. Okay, how are we doing with the fuel? Completely empty. Taylor is full on clothes. Nice. That is good. How many are we producing? 81 a year. That's not bad considering it's being powered by this. And it's keeping it up. I mean, okay, we're only going for 100 clothes, but I think that's quite cool. I don't feel like I've had too much of a productive episode though, that's the only thing. Where we're a little bit light on the ground when it comes to people, it does slow the whole process down, but I think I've discussed a lot about what I want to do, so you can always give me your thoughts on that. I think this area will look quite nice. I don't know what we'll put here. I wish, what would be nice would be some corn or something like that, because it's kind of low, but obviously we don't have the ability to do that just yet. But just a little bit of farmland, maybe some fisheries on this side, just little things like that. Why haven't you built that one yet? Really odd. Anyway, I think that's quite a good spot to leave this episode. So until next time, as always, take care.